So another week, another harvest, and it's tricky to make how to make these at all interesting, really, without just sounding like a market trader and going through the stall. But it's a nice harvest, and today I thought I would go through how we actually do the lettuce or the salad harvest. Which is, I guess it's kind of my speciality, really. I like to do a really nice harvest of salads all the way through the year. And today I'll just really talk about the summer harvest as we're kind of just starting to transition into autumn, and a few things that are coming and a few things that are leaving the salad mixes. So we always start off when we're doing a salad basically harvesting most of the salad ingredients into water. So certainly all the leafy greens go into water. That keeps them super fresh. I really like to harvest them on the day that I'm actually going to make up the salads. If I don't manage that, I'll do it in the evening before, and I'll drain the water out and put the big tubs that we use into the fridge. We've got an allotment fridge, fortunately, which is full of all of our allotment ingredients, and so we've kind of got the space to do that. All through the week, I'll be picking cucumbers and tomatoes, courgettes, and all sorts of things like that really you can't leave on the plants, otherwise they'll grow too big or they'll spoil. So they're kind of all ready in the fridge, all ready to go. And so first thing I probably pick when I'm picking is I pick things like the beetroot and the salad onions and the carrots and things like that, because they keep the longest. And then I'll make my way onto the lettuces. So let me just show you the lettuces. Right, so let me take a typical lettuce base box, and this is kind of what I'll get through in a week, and we'll sort of dissect that and see what's in it, and then we'll see what we're going to add to it. So before I get things into the containers, I'll have given them a good wash, and then a rinse off and a good spin in the salad spinner. And I'll have done that for all the salad ingredients, and I like a nice selection of different leaves in my salad mixes. And so we've got Grenoble Red, which is a real winter star, but it's reasonable in sort of summer and autumn, and quite a favourite. And then we've got Riccia, which is this nice Lollo, really beautiful. This is Half-Flex. This is one of my absolute favourites. It's got such a great crunchy rib to it, and this lovely colouring and kind of just a great little texture. Extranet, which is a little bit bitter, slightly bitter by comparison with Half-Flex, but Extranet is also this really nice texture, loads of crunch, and it's fine, having a little bit of bitterness to it. It's not too bad. And then I've got Flashy Lightning Butter Oak, which is a beautiful lettuce. I really, really like this one. It's very, very buttery and smooth, a nice tender rib as well on that. And Apache, which I don't really rate, but it's got a nice colour into it. And I'm kind of growing that because of the shortage of Navara seeds. But I have managed to get some Navara seeds, and this is Navara. So this is a fabulous lettuce for spring, summer and autumn, not so great for winter. Again, fabulously crunchy rib, beautiful colouring, lovely texture, lovely mild and sweet. So that's the kind of lettuces that are in the mix. Then to all that lot, let's try and scrunch that up so you can kind of get a better impression. I will add some golden purslane. Now, golden purslane is fabulous. You can just see there, look, some seeds starting to form. The seeds are lovely and peppery. It's a sort of succulent, really, really easy to grow. Self-seeds, really, so you only sow it once, and then every year thereafter it's seeds itself. But yeah, really lovely. The whole thing you can eat, the whole stem, all the leaves, and the seed heads and the flowers and everything. It's beautiful. As I say, it's really, really crunchy, really, really succulent, really prolific, really great. So I'll add a bit of that. Then beetroot leaves. I really like beetroot leaves, especially the golden beetroot leaves. And they're nice, thick and succulent again. So I'll add, quite a few of these to the mix, and some red beetroot leaves, little tender ones. You want them about this sort of size. We are about, so there we go, we are about to add spinach to the mix, but right now we haven't got any spinach. But next week we will have baby leaf spinach. Then I'll add a couple of cucumbers, and I really like that sort of size, and he's just picking them because they grow big really quickly. So this one is Party Time, and this one is Pony. So then I'll add some tomatoes, and right now I've got Barry's Crazy Cherry, which is this yellow one, and that yellow one there. Whoops. Come on, Steve. Trying to do this while looking at the camera. Right. Yeah, really nice thin skin, really juicy, really sweet, a bit watery, but anyway, it's nice. And this one are honeycomb and sun gold, which are almost the same in taste. The honeycomb splits slightly less than the sun gold, but they both split. So it's not often we actually put these in the mix. What we tend to do is add them on the day, but obviously not everybody's here on the day, so some people get it in the mix. And I really love adding grapes. Now, most of the time we have to buy the grapes, but right now we've got these beautiful grapes from the garden, so we're just adding these little bunches of grapes. And carrots. So I would generally have a kind of carrot about this sort of size in my salad. And then really like some of these little lunchbox peppers, and they kind of come in multiple colours, an orange, a yellow and a red. Only put one of those in. And then radishes and turnips, just one little turnip for me. And the radishes should be ready in a couple of weeks' time because we don't generally grow them in the summer. So that is my kind of base salad. And to that, obviously, people will add all sorts of things. We might add some chopped onion, for example, a salad dressing. Debbie really likes raspberry vinegar as her salad dressing. And she sort of sometimes emulsifies that with oil, and she'll also do a coleslaw, often with red cabbage and onion and carrot and things like that. I really like to make my salads up in advance in one of these 2-litre containers, and have one of these a day most days. What I really like to do is to make sure that all the ingredients, all the leafy greens at least, are damp but not wet, and they keep really well like that. Keep for 7 days, and you really can't tell the difference between a salad mix that's 7 days old and one that's freshly packed, as long as it's kept in the fridge. The key is damp but not wet leaves. So I hope you like that quick video. This is the Outgrow channel. My name's Steve, and I'll see you soon.